every party she'd been to recently, come to think of it. Leaning on the glass railing that overlooked Melrose was an up-and-coming pop star that couldn't be a day older than 19. She didn't need tape from Milan to hold up her tits. They were light and springy with nipples that reminded Piper of the bottom of an ice cream cone. The host himself was 22 and embarking on a film career. This was Piper's career. Partying. Being seen. Holding up the occasional teeth-whitening product and getting a few dollars for it. Not that she needed the money. At least, she didn't think so. Everything she owned came from the swipe of a credit card, and it was a mystery what happened after that. She assumed the bill went to her stepfather's email or something. Hopefully he wouldn't be weird about the crotchless panties she'd ordered from Paris. "Piper, hello." Adrian swiped a hand in front of her face, and she realized how long she'd been staring at the pop star. Long enough that the songstress was glaring back. Piper smiled and waved at the girl, pointing sheepishly to her glass of champagne, before tuning back into the conversation with Adrian. "Is this because I casually brought you up to my therapist? We didn't go in depth or anything, I promise. Most of the time we just nap during my appointments." He stared at her for several seconds. Honestly, it was kind of nice. It was the most attention she'd gotten from him since almost slipping in puke. "I've dated some airheads, Piper." He sighed. "But you put them all to shame." She kept her smile in place, though it took more determination than usual. People were watching. At that very moment, she was in the background of at least 5 selfies being captured around the roof, including one of Ansel Elgort. It would be a disaster if she let her sinking heart show on her face, especially when news of the breakup got out. "I don't understand," she said with a laugh, sweeping rose gold hair over her shoulder. "Shocking," he returned dryly. "Look, babe, it was a fun 3 weeks. You're a smoke show in a bikini." He shrugged an elegant Tom Ford-clad shoulder. "I'm just trying to end this before it gets boring, you know?" Boring. Getting older. Not a director or a pop star. Just a pretty girl with a millionaire stepfather. Piper couldn't think about that now, though. She just wanted to exit the party as inconspicuously as possible and go have a good cry. After she popped a Xanax and posted an inspirational quote on her IG feed, of course. It would confirm the breakup, but also allow her to control the narrative. Something about growth and loving herself, maybe. Her sister Hannah would have the perfect song lyric to include. She was always sitting around in a pile of vinyls, those giant, ugly headphones wrapped around her head. Damn, she wished she'd put more stock in Hannah's opinion of Adrian. What had she said? Oh, yeah. He's like if someone drew eyes on a turnip. Once again, Piper had zoned out, and Adrian checked his watch for the 2nd time. "Are we done here? I have to mingle." "Oh, yeah," she rushed to say, her voice horrifyingly unnatural. "You couldn't be more right about breaking things off before the boring blues strike. I didn't think about it like that." She clinked her champagne glass against his. "We're consciously uncoupling. Très mature." "Right, call it whatever you want." Adrian forced a wan smile. "Thanks for everything." "No, thank you." She pursed her lips, trying to appear as non-airhead-like as possible. "I've learned a lot about myself over the last 3 weeks." "Come on, Piper," Adrian laughed, scrutinizing her head to toe. "You play dress-up and spend your daddy's money. You don't have a reason to learn anything." "Do I need a reason?" she asked lightly, lips still tilted at the corners. Annoyed at being waylaid, Adrian huffed a breath. "I guess not. But you definitely need a brain that functions beyond how many likes you can get on a picture of your rack. There's more to life than that, Piper." "Yes, I know," she said, prodded by irritation and more than a little bit of reluctant shame. "Life is what I'm documenting through photos. God," he half groaned, half laughed. "Why are you forcing me to be an asshole?" Someone called his name from inside the penthouse, and he held up a finger, keeping his gaze locked on Piper. "There's just nothing to you, okay? There are thousands of Piper Bellingers in this city. You're just a way to pass the time." He shrugged. "And your time has passed." It was a